This is a bird's eye view of what the Longhorn Library looks like a year and a half ago when I took over the program, the best that I can remember at least. This is the door I usually come in at. Students come in through here. We got my circulation desk, seating for the students, books all the way around the edge, and then some picture books here in the middle. In the back, we have a couple of storage rooms and storage areas. Looking at it from a 3D view, right here is the door that I normally come in through. So when I come in the morning, this would be what I would have seen. Of course, there's books on all the shelves in real life. Things aren't never as neat as this. But yes, this was what it looked like at the time. Some things that I right away changed and have been working on is first this back corner. Right back here, I transformed that into a play area. I've been working on purposeful play with our younger students. So I moved a bunch of these tables over to the other side of the library so that now what you see here, instead of all of these desks with the screen, we have a couple different desks for student play centers, and then we have play areas over here. Right here, when I first came, this was where our graphic novels were housed. I found that was a very hard point to access for students, especially for the most popular books in the library. So I relocated those elsewhere. I moved this bookshelf so that we could have play areas here. Let's see what else. So right here is now where I have most of the student desks. And this is where we sit for our lessons. Sorry, I hope this isn't too nauseating. Come on, this is the other doors at the back that students usually come in through. And right here is where there was like some new books and some award-winning books. But I found students never checked these out because they were so far from the other books. They didn't even come over here to look at them. So I moved this bookshelf to the center of the room, and that's where I put the graphic novels. And this bookshelf gets a ton of use. Doing that also opened up the spare space in the back there. So that is what it looked like before. Okay, this is what my library looks like now, the floor plan of it. As you can see, I kind of added the play areas here. I took the shelf that was right here and I moved it to the center. I rearranged the student tables a little bit as well to get where we are today. See if I can get a 3D view for you here. All right, so here's coming through the front door right here. If you came in now, this is what you would see. We still have the shelves and the books around the edge of the room. I still have my carpet that I usually use mostly for my kindergartners. These poles are actually decorated into trees. I turned them into. But then, yeah, we have our student seating here. This is where I give lessons from. This is the bookshelf that I moved that used to be over there, where I have graphic novels, which are very popular. If we come back into this corner, you can kind of see what the play area looks like now. I was kind of limited in what I could actually put in here, but in real life, I have this area right now set up as a post office, and this is a fire station. And these are lined up with the students' ELA curriculums. And so I want to hopefully rotate out these play areas every couple of months. On the tables, I have Play-Doh and I have building blocks and a coloring station that all kind of match the theme. Let's see if we can get over to the other side of the library here. So this is the bookshelf that used to be over here. You can see that opened up quite a bit of area back here. Now in the very back behind this shelf, there's some wiring and stuff that we can't really move, and I kind of have to block students off from that. But the rest of this space right here, I'm hoping to turn into a maker space. We have some materials that have been ordered. I just need to organize it and figure out what I want to go where. The same goes for this office space back here. This used to be where the teacher desk was. I moved the teacher desk over into this room, so that this room with the sink in it hopefully can be where we do some painting and stuff with our maker spaces. This center room has just a bunch of bookshelves that have a ton of random storage in them right now. All kinds of like supplies and different seating things and old library materials that we don't use anymore. I have been working on clearing that back room out so that we can transform that into maker spaces as well. So yeah, I've already made a few changes just to help the library function a little bit better. And I definitely have some more that I would like to make. So this is what the layout of my library might look like. Most of this stuff is realistic. One of these things is kind of like a dream hope that I don't know how possible it is, but it doesn't hurt to dream. So let's take a look in 3D here. Most of what I want to change yet has to do with these back areas and turning them into some more usable maker spaces. So this right here, I haven't decided yet what will be here for the maker space. It might be doing like our cardboard projects is what I'm thinking. There's lots of storage space for the cardboard. Here in this room is, like I said, it has the sink and it actually has storage up here and down here. So this, I'm thinking, will be a good place for like some easels, some painting and drawing to take place. We also have a 3D printer that we got through the grant. Right now it's hooked up all in here. We might be getting a cart to put that on. I'm not sure yet, but for now it's right there. Then if we go through, let's go back out. If we go through this door right here and into this room, I am excited about how this room could look. These shelves currently are all through the middle of the room, but I'm hoping we can move them along the outer edges, which will open up the center area to use as makerspace area, and then we can use the shelving to store the supplies for makerspace area. So some things that we want to do is, like, a lot of students want like a sewing makerspace has been a big thing that they asked for. They want some of the materials to maybe be back here, and some things like that. So this is one of my current projects I'm working on. It's a lot of junk back there right now that I'm trying to sort through and get rid of. Hopefully this year that will happen. So that feels pretty realistic for me. The project that probably won't ever happen, but I really wish, is right here. For this, I moved my projector screen, my TV, from over here to over here. Now for this to take place, we would have to move a couple bookshelves. I don't know how feasible that is. They're like anchored into the wall. But I would love to swap some bookshelves with this TV because it is very inconvenient where it's located right now. It is right by my play areas. So when I want to use it, I have to kind of have students move from our learning space over to the play space. So I kind of just avoid using it, which isn't great. But this is really the best place in the library to have the play spaces. So I don't want to move those. Yeah, it's not ideal. And they use the library a lot for meetings and such. And when they do, they tend to move all my stuff around so that they can access the screen better. And they tend to not put it back. So I would love to see that TV screen moved from here, and then some bookshelves put here, and the TV screen over here. And again, I don't even know if it can be wired over there, but a girl can dream.